Rosie lived in a quiet neighborhood where everyone seemed to mind their own business. While most houses were polished and welcoming, Mr. Vernon's place was the exception. Its fence was old, peeling, and covered in graffiti. A tall, stern man with tired eyes, Mr. Vernon rarely spoke to anyone. One summer afternoon, Rosie decided she had seen enough of that neglected fence. She bought paint, brushes, and began working in secret. She woke early each morning, painting just a section or two before the neighborhood stirred. Though it was tiring, the idea of bringing a bit of brightness to Mr. Vernon's life drove her on. Over the course of a week, neighbors noticed the transformation. Some whispered that Rosie was wasting her time. Mr. Vernon had a reputation for being grouchy and ungrateful. Despite their talk, she persisted. On the final day of painting, she heard a creak. Mr. Vernon stepped onto the porch. Rosie braced herself, expecting anger for touching his property. Instead, she found him silently gazing at the newly painted boards. His stoic expression softened. "I've been watching you," he said at last. "I lost my wife a year ago, and I haven't cared about much since. I'm sorry for the mess." He swallowed hard, struggling to speak. "Seeing you out here every morning, it reminded me that there's still kindness in the world." Rosie's heart pounded. She was prepared for scolding, but not gratitude. Mr. Vernon reached into his shirt pocket and pulled out a small wooden pendant. "I made this for my wife when she was sick. You should have it." "It's my way of saying thank you." Tears welled in Rosie's eyes as she accepted the worn, hand-carved piece of wood. She realized that acts of kindness don't just fix fences, they mend hearts. Sometimes a simple gesture can bring color back into someone's life when they need it most.